Alright, I'd like to call to order the Charter Township of Oxford Board of Trustees special meeting for Wednesday, October 25th, 2023. Would we all please rise and pay respects to the flag?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Noting of the roll.
Noted, there is a quorum.
Thank you. Approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
I have a motion by Treasurer Ferrari, a second by Trustee Payne. Are there any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none. Item number 5, public comment on items not on the agenda. Seeing none. Item number 6, Board of Trustee comments. I'm going to start with Clerk Wright tonight.
Yeah, I have one comment, and I want to comment on achievement. I looked in the dictionary what achievement was, and it's something done successfully by effort, skill, and by courage. To give the board an example of that, I did receive a letter in the mail, and I want to read that letter to the board and to the public. This is addressed on October 11, 2023 to myself, Curtis Wright, Clerk. The Michigan Association of Municipal Clerks is an association that promotes and educates Michigan clerks. Through our Michigan Professional Municipal Clerk Certification Program, clerks are recognized for their knowledge of the multifaceted clerk's profession. We're pleased to announce that your Deputy Clerk, Susan McCullough, has met the program criteria and has obtained a Level 3 MIPMC certification. Susan's commitment to education and desire to maintain certification clearly defines commitment to the clerk's profession and your community. On behalf of the Michigan Association of Municipal Clerks Board of Directors, I ask that you join us in congratulating Susan McCullough for this accomplishment and well-deserved recognition. So Susan, with that, I want to present you with great honor your certificate being a Level 3 Michigan Professional Municipal Clerk.
I believe there's only, 3 or 4 in the whole state?
Yeah, there's not very many, so
Out of all the
great,
municipal
great
clerks.
effort. It takes a lot of dedication, a lot of classes to attain that designation, so we are so blessed and very honored to have Susan as, at least for me, as my deputy and serving Oxford Township. And that's my comment.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Clerk Wright. Treasurer Ferrari,
I'm all set.
Trustee Nold,
Oh, thank you.
Trustee Payne,
Nothing.
Trustee Colvin.
Not at this time.
I have nothing at this time. All right, item number 7, public hearing on the North Sanitary Sewer District, resolution number 2.
I moved to open the public hearing at 6:04 p.m. to discuss the establishment of the North Area Sanitary Sewer Special Assessment District.
Second.
I have a motion by Treasurer Ferrari, a second by Trustee Payne. Any questions? Roll call.
Trustee Colvin.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Trustee Noel.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes, and Supervisor Curtis.
Yes. With that, I'll bring up Brittany Ellis. Ms. Ellis is the Township Attorney, and what I'd like to do is just have a brief presentation of what this public hearing is about, so that anybody in the public can make comment at this time.
So, good evening, Board of Trustees. If you're wondering why you're having this public hearing and it feels like deja vu, it's because you have already held this public hearing in the past. The reason why it's being held again is because your costs have increased since you held public hearing number 1 by more than 10%. So by statute, we have to re-hold the first public hearing. As you're aware, we have some deadlines and goals that we're trying to achieve with the SAD, and we want to have the special assessment roll and special reported and approved at your December meeting. To keep on that timeline, we needed to hold a special hearing tonight so that we could redo SAD hearing number 1. I'm just gonna go through what you are reviewing and approving tonight, and again, most of it is, nothing has changed in the SAD except for the cost increase has increased above 10%, so again, that's why you're having this hearing again. So tonight you have a resolution before you that does all the following. It describes the improvements and the township's determination to complete the improvements, approves the plans and cost estimates as presented, designates the boundaries of the district, confirms the petition for sufficiency, specifies the amount of improvement costs to be paid by the township. In this case, the township is going to make an equity contribution of $300,000, designating the term of the special assessment district's existence, which is set at 15 years, directing the supervisor, i.e. the assessor, to report the SAD roll tonight, and the clerk to make the SAD roll available for public review in advance of public hearing number 2, and then setting public hearing number 2 to hear objections to the SAD roll for November 8th, 2023, and I misspoke, we are trying to have the second SAD hearing held in November, not your December meeting. So that is what is before you tonight, and during your public hearing, you may have property owners in that district who have questions or want to comment on any of these issues that the board is considering.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming tonight, property owners in the SAD that are represented. Should you have any questions or concerns or comment at this time, we would gladly take them. Just please identify yourself and who you guys are.
Happy to. Good evening, Ruben Maxbauer with the Edward C. Levy Company. Did I do good?
Yes.
I want to thank the board for all of your hard work. I want to congratulate you on the recognition, and I want to mention our strong support for the SAD. Thank you.
Any other public comment, questions that you brought up for the board?
Hello, Conrad Shuey with BKG Oxford. We're the owner of the property that is an existing 140 unit apartment complex there, and another some land available for another 100 units, and just to offer our support of the SAD. Thank you.
Thank you.
Todd Chimshak, agent for Oxy LLC RAI. They are owners of the properties on Market Street, 2.71 acres on the east side, 8.4 acres on the west side, and they asked me to speak in support of this, the SAD district as well.
Thank you. Any other public comments on the SAD? Seeing none?
I move to close the public hearing at 6:09 p.m. to discuss the establishment of the North Area Sanitary Sewer Special Assessment District. Second.
I have a motion by Treasurer Ferrari, a second by Trustee Nold. Are there any questions? Seeing none, roll call.
Clerk Wright, yes. Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Trustee Noel.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Trustee Colvin.
Yes.
And Supervisor Curtis.
Yes. So now we go to unfinished,
Do we have to make a motion?
Oh.
Or is this applicable?
no, we go down into that now, into unfinished business, item 9. Item 8A, unfinished business, North Sanitary Sewer District, resolution number 2. The resolution number 2 is being brought forward as Attorney Alice spoke regarding the increase in costs. Those costs are all spelled out. We can answer any questions later on. Or we could answer them right now if you have any questions. Okay?
I move to approve the North Sanitary Sewer District Resolution Number 2 as presented. Hereby set the public hearing to hear objections to the assessment roll on November 8th, 2023 at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Oxford Township Hall, 300 Dunlap Road, Oxford, Michigan, 48371.
Second.
I have a motion by Treasurer Ferrari, a second by Trustee Nold. Are there any questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Noel.
Yes.
Trustee Payne.
Yes.
Trustee Colvin.
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari.
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Supervisor Curtis.
Yes. Thank you very much. I'm available for any questions by phone, email. but thank you for attending. Item 8B, approval to move from architectural concept design to construction, bid documents, and cost estimates for RFP. Board members, back a few months ago, we approved Auger, AKA out of Rochester, to develop a build-out plan for the expansion to the sheriff's office substation downstairs. Lieutenant Patterson is here tonight to verify that, board members, we cannot bring our sheriff manning personnel up to required the SEMCOG, FBI requirements to protect our township without doing this expansion. The board approved an initial grant to architecturally design it. There's a copy of that in the packet. If there are any questions for why we're doing this or what we're doing it for or how much, please ask at this time. Yes, Clerk Wright.
Doing an inventory of the items in the clerk's possession, either by way of elections or by way of retention. I am skeptical of the area that is being allocated to the clerk's department at 279 square feet. I did some initial investigation on what my square footage was of the items that I have in storage down there. And based on the square footage, our existing room now is 16 by 20 feet, we're 320 square feet. And this here is 279 square feet, plus I have 120 square feet of items in the loading dock area where that's proposed for the exercise area. And I know, and I apologize because of this, the way this has come up on the screen, you really can't see it. But in that exercise room, I'll try to point it with this pointer here, there's a dotted line through here. So I don't know what that means, if it's a bearing wall or what that is, but when I take this items here out of that room, as well as where we're at now, I don't know whether or not I'm gonna be able to fit that, or those items in there. My thinking is that if this wall here could be left open somewhat, so we could use it dually, and then exchange one of these, or both these doors for one double door without a bar in the middle, because some of my equipment is bigger than a standard door to get in and out for storage. And then the other issue we're gonna have is, where we're at now, we use the loading dock right here out of this room here. Now, what we're gonna be end up doing is a longer route here. We have no way of backing up vehicles to get this in here. Now, it's not a deal breaker, but it's just extra work and effort to get the election equipment out into the vehicles, loaded, unloaded, restocked in the storage room there. So if this is what it is, we live with it, but I'm just making a request to examine what we have and how it can be utilized better. Not only the actual items, but also aisle space, so we can walk around and actually take stuff off the shelves, you know. So cubic feet wise, it could work, you know, if you stack the cubic feet of the area. But you know, when you look at, I have pictures, I don't know if I can put pictures up or not, or if you want to see them.
We don't need to see them. I asked the board members, Treasurer Ferrari, Clerk Wright, last week to identify any nuances in the space allocated. We still have plenty of time to reallocate the storage area and the delivery area, so those can be taken into demand. I wish we would have known this earlier. I could have prepared for it, but
Yeah, my apologies on that, but I don't know where you're at.
we will address the square foot total and the delivery dock total to address your concerns. But board members, tonight, we're looking to get approved $35,000 to the sheriff's substation expansion account. We've got it budgeted. I don't believe we're gonna take the total amount of that budget, but we're looking for approval to move forward to come up with an RFP document to go out to bid on the expansion. I'll take, yes, sir, Treasurer Ferrari.
With Clerk Wright brought, that's not a deal breaker or anything, right?
No,
At your end?
No,
Or
mine
what you
is.
need?
No, we will accommodate.
Perfect.
Had I known this earlier, I could have addressed it, but I didn't know it.
But it can be worked out.
Yes, it can be worked out. In the final construction plans, we will take into consideration the clerk's input.
I move to approve the design concept for the expansion of the Oakland County Sheriff's Office substation, the remaining floor area of the lower level of the Oxford Township Hall. Also to allocate an amount not to exceed $35,000. Authorize Auger Klein Aller Architects, Inc. to proceed to the construction documents, construction administration, and bidding of this project. Thus, $35,000 amount to be expensed to account number 207-302-976.002, substation expansion. Authorize Supervisor Jack Curtis to sign the agreement on behalf of the Charter Township of Oxford.
Second?
I have a motion by Treasurer Ferrari, a second by Trustee Noel. I'll take any questions the board has. Seeing none, roll call.
Trustee Charles?
Yes.
Trustee Noel?
Yes.
Trustee Payne?
Yes.
Trustee Colvin?
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Treasurer Ferrari?
Yes.
And Supervisor Curtis?
Yes. We will address your concerns, Clerk Wright.
And thank you, sorry for holding back on.
You're gonna be sorry, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, item 9A, resolutions. Treasurer Ferrari.
Board members, these are all the things that have to go on the winter tax bill, all your specials, water, weed control, sewer, Elkview. One thing we're not gonna get to is item 12, Oakland County Roads. I don't have that list yet. That'll probably come to you in November. I've asked for it twice, I think they're still working on it. That'd be for any of the paving that we've done on Tammy Speedy area. With that being said, I move to approve the 2023 delinquent water resolution as presented, the amount of $82,643.15, and authorized to be placed in the 2023 winter tax roll.
Second?
Motion by Treasurer Ferrari, second by Trustee Noel, roll call.
Trustee Colvin?
Yes.
Trustee Payne?
Yes.
Trustee Noel?
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari?
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. And Trustee Charles?
Yes.
Supervisor Curtis?
Yes, and I forgot to ask for questions, so if there are any, please interrupt me.
I move to approve the 2023 delinquent water 5% administrative fee resolution as presented, amount of $4,132.16, authorized to be placed on the 2023 winter tax roll.
Second?
I have a motion by Treasurer Ferrari, a second by Trustee Noel. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Is that 5% a fixed rate, or can we change that?
By ordinance, we can change it.
Okay.
Our ordinance says 5% when it's put on the tax roll.
Thank you.
If the board changes it, that's what.
Any
I'll-
other questions? Roll call.
Trustee Payne?
Yes.
Trustee Noel?
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari?
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Charles?
Yes.
Trustee Colvin?
Yes.
Supervisor Curtis?
Yes. 2023 annual drains.
I move to approve the 2023 delinquent drains and lake levels resolution as presented, amount of $44,798.35 for the 2023 ad valorem tax roll, the $69.27 for the 2023 DNR pill roll, for a total of $44,867.62, authorized to be placed in the 2023 winter tax roll.
Second?
I have a motion by Treasurer Ferrari, a second by Trustee Noel. Any questions? Seeing none, roll call.
Trustee Noel?
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari?
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Charles?
Yes.
Trustee Colvin?
Yes.
Trustee Payne?
Yes.
And Supervisor Curtis?
Yes.
I move to approve the 2023 installment of Indianwood Lake level resolution as presented, amount of $1,031.44, authorized to be placed in the 2023 winter tax roll.
Second?
I have a motion by Treasurer Ferrari, a second by Trustee Noel. Any questions? Roll call.
Treasurer Ferrari?
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Charles?
Yes.
Trustee Colvin?
Yes.
Trustee Payne?
Yes.
Trustee Noel?
Yes.
Supervisor Curtis?
Yes.
I move to approve the 2023 installment of weed control for Paint Lake Canal resolution as presented, amount of $4,916.26, authorized to be placed in the 2023 winter tax roll.
Second?
Motion by Treasurer Ferrari, a second by Trustee Noel. Any questions? Roll call.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Charles?
Yes.
Trustee Colvin?
Yes.
Trustee Payne?
Yes.
Trustee Noel?
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari?
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. For Supervisor Curtis? excuse me.
Yes.
I move to approve the 2023 installment of weed control for Clear Lake and Squaw Lake resolution as presented, amount of $13,996.59 for the 2023 ad valorem tax roll, and $128.41 for the 2023 DNR bill roll, for a total of $14,125, and authorized to be placed on the 2023 winter tax roll.
Second.
Motion by Treasurer Ferrari, second by Trustee Noel. Any questions? Seeing none, roll call.
Trustee Charles?
Yes.
Trustee Colvin?
Yes.
Trustee Payne?
Yes.
Trustee Noel?
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari?
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Supervisor Curtis?
Yes.
I move to approve the 2023 installment of weed control for Lake Nicholson resolution as presented, the amount of $21,850, authorized to be placed in the 2023 winter tax roll.
Second.
I have a motion by Treasurer Ferrari, a second by Trustee Noel. Any questions? Roll call.
Trustee Colvin?
Yes.
Trustee Payne?
Yes.
Trustee Noel?
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari?
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Charles?
Yes.
And Supervisor Curtis?
Yes.
I move to approve the 2023 installment of weed control for Cedar Lake, Long Lake, and Tail Lake resolution as presented, amount of $30,850, authorized to be placed in the 2023 winter tax roll.
Second.
I have a motion by Treasurer Ferrari, a second by Trustee Noel. Questions? Yes, sir, Trustee Charles.
There's a lake left off that's contiguous with these other lakes, Spring Lake.
I'm just going by what was originally said when it was originally established.
Well, it's an error, but
I'll talk to my person who set the SAD.
And then what we'll do is we will add that because we have to come back for the 23 delinquent roads. Any other questions? Roll call.
Trustee Payne?
Yes.
Trustee Noel?
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari?
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Charles?
yes.
Trustee Colvin?
Yes.
Supervisor Curtis?
Yes.
Supervisor Curtis.
Yes.
This last one, are we gonna come back then in November just for Spring Lake?
No, because the way the SAD said is.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna come back in November for the delinquent Oakland County roads.
Yes.
And if we determine that the Paint Lake was left off, we can add that on then.
Thank you.
I move to approve 2023 delinquent sewer accounts resolution as presented, of $117,194.15, authorized to be placed in the 2023 winter tax roll.
Second.
I have a motion by Treasurer Ferrari, a second by Trustee Noel. Any questions? Seeing none, roll call.
Trustee Noel?
Yes.
Treasurer Ferrari?
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Charles?
Yes.
Trustee Colvin?
Yes.
Trustee Payne?
Yes.
Supervisor Curtis?
Yes.
I move to approve the 2023 Elkview Estates Special Assessment District resolution as presented, the amount of $8,355.97, authorized to be placed in the 2023 winter tax roll.
Second.
I have a motion by Treasurer Ferrari, a second by Trustee Noel. Any questions? Hearing none, roll call.
Treasurer Ferrari?
Yes.
Clerk Wright, yes. Trustee Charles?
Yes.
Trustee Colvin?
Yes.
Trustee Payne?
Yes.
Trustee Noel?
Yes.
Supervisor Curtis?
Yes. Well, that's a painstaking.
It's gotta be
We
done.
only have two left. Okay, there is no items to be removed from the consent agenda. Public comment again at this time. Any public comment? Seeing none, Board of Trustees comment. We'll start down with Trustee Colvin.
Oh, I want to thank everyone that came out for Witches Night. There were many witches around. I don't know if you were out and about, but very successful. And just let everyone know the Soup and Sweet Stroll is coming up on December 1st. We sold out last year, so when tickets go on sale, you might want to get them early.
Thank you. Trustee Payne?
Nothing.
Trustee Noel?
No comment, but thank you.
Treasurer Ferrari?
Comment?
Trustee Charles? Spreken Sie English?
Yes, just to explain, I was, literally just came here from the airport. I was in Amsterdam this morning, so.
Any comments?
Nope.
Clerk Wright?
Just to let the board know that the early voting sites will be starting on Saturday, the 28th of October, and this is not for an Oxford election, it's for an Orion Village election, as I understand. But that's something that Deputy Clerk McCullough and Assistant Kelly Richter will be attending as site supervisors on alternate days at the Orion Township. So that's something to be aware of for the future of 2024. Right now, we have the presidential primary in supposedly February, and then the primary in August, and then the general in November. Thank you.
I do want to thank the board members for making tonight available so that we can continue moving our SAD sewer on its timeline, and all of those that worked hard to get it done. We have fallen 6 months behind in our efforts due to MDOT permitting, and now that we have that, we can move forward with our second public hearing on November 8th. So thank you all. I look for a motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Treasurer Ferrari, a second by Trustee Payne. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, stay here.